Hello and welcome to Interactive Science 6, Lesson 1, The Human Body Systems. For our objectives, you need to memorize keywords and their brief overviews for these chapter lessons, and then create mastery videos on this topic. For your materials, we will be using set 1 of your Interactive Science 6 worksheet, and then you need a TV set, your cell phone, and a backdrop for your newscasting project at the end of this session. Now, you use this one if you're already familiar or knows how to use a video editing apps. Otherwise, you just can simply use a plain background and shoot directly from your cell phone's camera. And of course, the script that you'll be making after our session. All right, so here's what you need to do. For pages 38 and 39, I need you to look at all the pictures and the definition for each picture on those 2 pages. Carefully get the idea of its keywords and then try to memorize them word for word or verbatim. But when you try to memorize this one, try also to understand what it means. And then search online other images with the same description, like for the girl that's eating watermelon. Under digestion, you need to find another picture that still means digestion. And when you're done, you need to save your pictures on your device. For your worksheets, like I said earlier, it will only be the 2 pages that you need to work on. You don't have to write anything here. For your hands-on time, there will be 2 performance tasks that you need to do. Activity 1A, newscasting the digestive and respiratory systems. And for activity 1B, still newscasting the circulatory and excretory systems. Now, for both output, you need to do the same thing. First, you watch sample newscaster, field reporter deliver news on TV. So you can watch CNN, ANC, or any other local newscasting channels. I also included here a sample video for your guideline. Now, next, when you're done watching it, then you make a script for your news report, but the topic that you will be stating there is the digestive and respiratory systems for activity 1A, and for 1B, it's the circulatory and excretory systems, how it works. You just need to say, okay, digestion, and then you say the description of it, all of it. And then you just have to put up like starter words and exit words or phrases for that when it comes to newscasting. Now, next thing you need to do, you keep practicing on that script of yours. And when you're familiar with it, find a spot at home or elsewhere where you can set your background for newscasting. This is if you use your camera from your phone directly. But if you know how to use an apps, then please do. You use a virtual background thing on that video editing apps. Now, like I said, if you don't know how to use it, then you can use a plain background. Take note of this as well. Your video should not exceed 2 minutes. It has to be maximum of 2 minutes. Better yet, less than 2 minutes is really good. Okay? So when you're done, you need to save your video and then submit to Dojo. All right? And of course, you really have to have fun on this one because I know that you will be learning a lot from this activity. Now, I will be showing next the sample video and pay attention carefully on how they say it and the sequence of it. Here's the sample video.
Hello, and welcome to Duggar News Network. We're here today to talk about a very serious issue that's plaguing Searingtown 5th graders, and that is forgetting gym clothes. Forgetting gym clothes is a very serious subject and nothing new for fifth graders since they had to start doing this fourth grade. We're going to go to our reporter live on the scene, Mr. Duggar. Mr. Duggar? Thank you, Mr. Duggar. We're live just outside the large gym talking into a stapler. I spoke to Ms. Passatieri, who is saying, quote, if students do not bring a change of clothes, they are typically not allowed to participate in physical education. She also said that she has reminded students multiple times, and yet there are several repeat offenders who just keep forgetting. Back to you, Mr. Duggar. Thank you, Mr. Duggar, for that unique perspective. Well, I hope you've enjoyed our newscast this evening, and as usual, stay fresh, stay clean, and never change. Except for Jim. Good night.
All right. Now here's some notes. If you notice that there is this part wherein there's a field reporter, so you can skip that one if you're not using a video editing apps. You can just go ahead and use the one that the newscaster was just sitting down and trying to give the report. Now what you can do for every single item or keyword that you will be presenting, you can print out one by one the pictures that you downloaded online, and then you can flash it simply by holding up each one of them while giving the description. You can do that. Or if you do not have a printer, you can cut, like a long bond paper, fold it into two, cut it into half lengthwise, and then you can write the word like a digestion. And then you flash it on camera and then try to say the description or give the description, and that's your report. Okay? So I need you to have fun with this activity and then try to call teacher. No, not call teacher, but message teacher if you need some help. As much as possible, do not ask your parents about any questions on this topic. Just teacher. Okay?